Okay everyone, welcome back to Five Sounds Realty Tour of Homes. And today we're 408 Boush Street in the cute little town of Roper. Just give you a view of the neighborhood here. Pretty quiet street, big pine trees. And there is the home in question, the two-story white home here. Built around the 1900s, has about 1,500 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. I believe at one time this may have actually been turned into a duplex for living upstairs and living downstairs. But we'll check that out. It's had a reduced price recently and it's actively on sale now for $59,000 straight up. Okay. And here we go. It looks nice on the outside. Walkway. The driveway needs some attention. You can see the concrete up front is really buckled there. They are on town water and town sewer. There's your accesses to those. Well, let's go in and let's check this out. You know, I think we're just barely under point, about 1.3 acres, so it's a small lot. Like I said, the home was built in the 1900s, so and the price is going to reflect the home. But a nice investment for someone. I mean, it looks nice on the inside, but it's just, you know, it's had a hard life, I guess. I wouldn't really call it a hard life, but the floors are a little bit uneven in here and throughout. What I call them drastic? No, but this is what I would call probably a bedroom, okay? The ceilings are not high. They're all about 7 foot throughout the whole home. It does still have the old kind of like moldings on the bottom. That's nice. And the old kind of style trim around the windows. It has character, folks. It's a nice little home. Popcorn ceiling though. That's really kind of up to date, isn't it? Peek out the back. And this is the foyer. And you see where the stairs is coming down this way. And we'll get back over there in a moment. But we're going to go from the door when we came in to the left. Now I would say this is a living room, simply because it's right off the kitchen. Even if this were turned back into a 1-bedroom apartment down here, which would be easy to do, because there's an outside stairs to the second story. Okay. Anyway, we come into the kitchen, and as I said, the floors are a little uneven. 7-foot ceilings. Alrighty. Cabinets, popcorn ceiling. That's kind of modern trim around there. Get you the refrigerator. I wish I even had a wider scan of this. Let's see if I could. It's a filter for the AC. I do not know if it's really working or not. But, and you can see even in here, I'm wondering if sometimes maybe this wasn't a porch just because the roof seems to have a slight, you know, slant to it. Not much, but a little bit. And here you step down where we'll go to the first of 2 bathrooms, And here's the bathroom. And it's like a half bath. Now, I guess you would have to put something like a shower or somewhere if you want to turn this into a duplex again. But it is a bath, okay? Or at least a half bath. And the ceilings are even lower in here. I'm 6 foot and this probably isn't, I don't think it's even 6'6". You know, it might be 6'4" maybe, if that. Step back down, you see you're right here. It's all together. The front door, and get a view of the kitchen from this angle for you. All right. And, you know, spin around slowly so you can kind of keep up with me here. And this here side door leads to the outside, which is also where the stairs are going up. Alrighty. As I was saying, this can easily be converted a little bit of money back into a kind of a duplex or awesome just as a home. Now we're going to go up these stairs. They're not bad. The only thing is because the seating is so low here, even myself, you have to watch your head when you take those first steps up to the second floor or you'll bang your head. But okay, we'll come on up here to the second floor. And the floors up here are a little bit uneven too. And these tiles are, some of them are kind of peeling back and stuff. So just remember the home, the price of the home and what you're expecting. Those ceiling tiles look like they're from the 70s. All right, you can see there's a bathroom in the very back there, but we're going to go to the left, which is a bedroom, as we came up the stairs here. Or it would be to the right as you come up the stairs. And the bedroom. And they've got an armoire in here to act as a closet. Again, 7-foot high ceilings, maybe. Molding, the floors are a little uneven. Okay, and I just did a little jump, and the floor, I wouldn't say it's bouncy, but it's enough to open that up. And it leads to this room, which I think they're counting as a bedroom. However, this, I believe, was also the kitchen at one time, because there's where the stove was plugged in, and there's where the vent hood was. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This could be a duplex again. It's a step down. That's a good 8 or 9 inch step down there. That's not a small one. Floors in here are a little sloped. Ceiling looks nice. Okay, it's got all that cabinetry built in, like I said, like it was a kitchen, but this is being included as a bedroom. And we'll look back, and you got that door coming there, so you'd have to, you know, deal with that door being too, which doesn't matter if it's a family, right? All righty. And we'll go back out this way just so I can cover the rest of it in a more orderly fashion so you understand where we're at. Okay, so we're back up to here where we came up the stairs. And so that made 2 and 1 bedroom downstairs. That's 3, and this is going to be the 4th bedroom. Okay. Closet in here. And access to the attic. This floor has a slight dip in it. All right. Windows and the moldings, the baseboard molding. There was an issue here. It doesn't look like current, especially with all the rain that we have had recently. There's no sign of a leakage there. That's got, I'm assuming that's old and just, you know, just doesn't look very good. All right. And we'll come back out and go to the bathroom, which shows you the stairs outside. And that was another thing. That's very low. You got to watch this coming across here. There's this. I just bumped my head on it. That's a standard door, sort of. I know it's actually a little shorter, but I had to duck to not hit that. But I ducked down, and it is a step down again, but they put little stairs in. And this is a full bath. And you can see the little slope in the floor here. Okay, or I feel it, and I don't think you can see it in this video. But this is the bath. It has a window that looks out to the neighbors. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, as I said, no idea about how well the air conditioning is running or anything. But, I mean, that is the basic tour of the home. But this is the access to the upstairs from the exterior stairwell. Now, I haven't walked that or anything, and I don't plan to. It doesn't really look that bad, but I do see a couple spots that look a little rotten, but I'm not that worried about it. A large overhang. Okay. And it's got a street in the front of the house and a street in the back, and that driveway actually goes right there to the other street that's in the back. And we'll go from the inside to go back out to look at the exterior of the home. All right, let's see here. Go down these stairs. They're not really steep stairs. They're pretty comfortable stairs so far as going up and down. Some of these older homes have real steep kind of stairs. You have to watch your head, remember coming down. Then I'm going to go to the front just so we get a better perspective and we understand where we're at on the property. All right. And here's the driveway that goes back to the road just to help you get an idea. You know, you see there's the back road and there's the front road. Okay, so it's an easy drive, no having to turn around in your driveway or anything. All right, and here's the back. Okay. All right. And to the second story. Now, this we didn't go into, but I believe it's a storage. I don't even know if we can get in it. But yeah, the door's open. And that's what it is. It's a storage with the utilities in it. It's got your hot water heater in here. And the AC, York. And to give you an idea here, nice little storage. I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be too hard to turn this into a full bathroom that's down here on the bottom, because this is the back side of everything. Flex pipe, I mean, that's good. That's the washer hookup. There's the dryer with the hose connection that goes to the outside. Yeah, I mean, it's workable, right? All right, this door you have to dip your head down to come out of it. All right, now, there we go. And this is Railroad Street, I believe. Even though I grew up here, it's hard for me to remember, you know. And we'll just get a peek out this way. And we'll look back at the home. Alrighty. And as we come around, that sun's bright, ain't it? There we go. And there's the back at home. Could use a power washing to clean off some of that. But we're basically on the, you know, the north side of this. So that happens almost every home. Metal roof, that's a plus. But this is the tour. Looks like there's 2 units out here. Neither one of them look to be young. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. But there we go. And over here they got satellite dish, but these days you can probably do cable. I'm sure of that. And I didn't see a gas anything in there, but there's a flue for something. Alrighty. All right. Well, I hope this has helped you understand this property a little bit more. And like I said, it's on sale, folks. $59,000. Vinyl siding on it. You know, I mean, it looks good from the outside, no doubt. And with that, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me know if you have any questions. Good day.